Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the current affairs class. I hope you all are doing well. Okay. Also, the audio and video is good. Good to go. So, on Saturday, we have discussed top 200 MCQs of March CA part 1. Today, we are going to cover the 25th to 27th March CA. Okay. 25th to 27th March. All right. So, let's begin with the first segment, ESI Finance and Business News. So first news is regarding gold monetization. Very, very important topic, as well as the news becomes important, right? So static as well as current is important here regarding gold monetization. News basically says that the medium term and long term government deposit component of the gold monetization scheme will be discontinued from 26th March 2025. So 26th March 2025 से ही which component, remember not the entire scheme but the medium term as well as the long term गवर्नमेंट डिपॉजिट कंपोनेंट. सो मीडियम और लॉन्ग टर्म की बात यहां पर हो रही है. व्हाट अबाउट द शॉर्ट टर्म बैंक डिपॉजिट्स? द शॉर्ट टर्म बैंक डिपॉजिट्स ऑल्दो will continue, remember, at the discretion of the individual banks based on the commercial viability. It's on the discretion of the banks. If they want to continue the short term component of it, it can be continued. It is on the discretion of the bank if that option is viable, right? Viable means that you are able to recover it, right? Your cost is not more than what you are earning onto it. So short term component will continue, remember. Now what is this gold monetization scheme? आप सबको पता है that this was brought in to incentivize people to deposit their gold at least minimum say 10 grams raw gold in the form of say bar, coin, right? Bars, coins, jewelry, etc. and then earn interest on them. So that is something which makes your jewelry, your precious items secure as well as an interest bearing asset. So let's see the typical features of it. Gold monetization scheme was announced on 15th of September 2015. Remember the date because abhi ye important hai because it is in the news, right? 15th September 2015. Okay, just a second. It allows gold depositors to earn interest on their bank deposit accounts, and the minimum deposit at any one time is 10 grams of raw gold. This is something you need to remember. Minimum deposit kitna hai? 10 grams hai, raw gold hai. It is not the gold on the paper, right? Which is bar. It can be gold bars, gold coins, gold jewelry, excluding these stones and other metals. Remember this thing that it is raw gold. The next thing, there is no maximum limit. Remember, there is no maximum limit for deposit under the scheme, although there is a minimum limit. Minimum limit hai, but maximum limit nahi hai. The quantity of gold deposited will be expressed up to 3 decimals of a gram. जो भी आपने क्वांटिटी डिपॉजिट की है गोल्ड की grams में up to 3 decimals it is expressed, right? Remember, up to how many decimals? Up to 3 decimals only. Also duration क्या है? Short term bank deposits जो है under gold monetization scheme, their duration is 1 to 3 years. Then medium term deposits का is 5 to 7 years. Long term deposits का 12 to 15 years. Now the important question is why? Why government has discontinued this, right? This is the important question. कि क्यों डिसकंटिन्यू किया है इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम को? बिकॉज इसमें बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स अभी नहीं आ रहा था, राइट? सो ऑपरेशनल कॉस्ट was becoming higher, performance was not so much satisfactory and up to the expectations. That's why it is better to discontinue if you are incurring lot of cost. So that was the decision. Short term component, remember, would be at the discretion of bank. Next news is the Department of School Education and Literacy under Ministry of Education has launched Balpan Ki Kavita Initiative. Balpan Ki Kavita Initiative, which is restoring Bharatiya rhymes or poems for young children. Now it has been aligned with the National Education Policy, where they will be developing a compendium of nursery rhymes or poems in all Indian languages, right? तो जितने भी आपकी rhymes हैं, poems हैं, उनको Indian languages में they will be bringing in भारतीय भाषा, also in English. So ऐसी सारी पोएम्स का एक कॉम्पेडियम बनाने के लिए इन्होंने इनवाइट भी की हैं एप्लीकेशंस और सबमिशंस. प्री प्राइमरी एजेस 3 to 6, देन ग्रेड 1 6 to 7 के लिए पोएम्स, देन ग्रेड 2 7 to 8 के लिए पोएम्स, एंड सबमिशन पीरियड वुड बी 26 March to 22 April 2025. जितनी भी पोएम्स इन सारी क्लासेस के लिए आएंगी, दे विल बी कंपाइल्ड इनटू अ सिंगल कॉम्पेडियम. Next news is Ministry of Labour and Employment has kick-started phase 1 of India's social protection data pooling exercise. Now remember, this is important. Social protection data pooling exercise on 19th March in a hybrid meeting. Ministry is Labour and Employment. Collaboration किसके साथ है? ILO. Remember, it is collaborating with ILO for this purpose. अच्छा, the states which have been selected for pooling all the social protection data, social protection schemes जितनी भी आपकी होती हैं, right, pension, health scheme, health benefits, maternity, social security benefits जो आपकी होती हैं, they provident fund etc. इन सबसे related data they want to collect. Now for the phase 1, which all states have been selected, they are UP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Gujarat. These are the states selected for phase 1. Objectives are, of course, to collect and centralize the data, social protection coverage का, so that government can plan better further, है ना? अगर आपके पास data अच्छा है, so government would be able to plan further for the formalization of the economy. Then optimize welfare spending and promote sustainable financing. If there is need to cut down on something or to increase the expenditure, whatever is required. Strengthen India's global leadership in social protection. This is going to be there, and 34 major central schemes इसमें एनालाइज की जाएंगी to collect the data, including your मनरेगा, EPFO, ESIC, APY, PM portion, because all these schemes in some form or the other are providing social protection, right? So remember how many schemes? 34 major schemes are being analyzed for this purpose. 34 major schemes. Also 200 crore records have been processed using Aadhaar. Aadhaar ko use karke they are processing the records. Also, some of the key findings they have been able to find out and has been highlighted is 65% of India's population, almost 92 crores people, they are covered under at least one social protection benefit, which is good. But we need to increase it, right? 48.8% are receiving direct cash benefits, which is DBT, direct benefit transfer, DBT scheme, जिसमें directly आपके account में transfer होता है. Then social protection coverage has doubled from 24.4 to 48.8. ये figure हमने पहले भी 2-3 बार देखा है. I hope you all remember, yes or no? In the top 200 MCQs also we have discussed this. So this figure double हुआ है, 24.4% से 48.8% social protection coverage. Remember this thing. The next news is JSW Steel Limited has now become the most valuable steel company in the world by market capitalization. So in terms of MCAP, market capitalization, JSW Steel is the most valuable steel company at the global level. Okay, and it has overtaken Nucor Corp and ArcelorMittal for this purpose. Market capitalization की अगर आप वैल्यू देखें तो $30 billion it has crossed. JSW Steel from India is the most valued company in terms of market capitalization. Remember that. The next one is Center has notified a 24% increase in the salaries of MPs, members of parliament, with effect from 1st April 2023. Yes, so retrospectively, that means जो भी 2023 से MP थे उनके लिए, right? It is in effect from retrospectively, 2023 say it would be in effect. Then next point is Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha member, either of them, they will get 1.24 lakh a month, which is 24% hike. up from 1 lakh they received at earlier. Daily allowance has also been increased to 2,500 from earlier 2,000. Pension for the former MPs has also been increased. तो जो former MPs थे उनकी pension भी increase हुई है to 31,000 rupees from 25,000 a month. Additional pension for every year of service in excess of 5 years has been increased again. So remember how much percentage of hike? 24% of hike has been provided. Next news is India has imposed anti-dumping duties on 4 Chinese goods recently: soft ferrite cores, vacuum insulated flasks, aluminum foil, and trichloroisocyanuric acid to protect domestic industries from cheap imports. Trichloroisocyanuric acid was also in the last class in the news. Particularly, this chemical is used in water treatment. Now, why anti-dumping duty has been imposed? Because they were being imported at a very cheap price, which was manipulating, which was destroying Indian market. Why? क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ उतना cost effective नहीं है, उनकी cost कम है, तो they are able to sell it at a lower price, right? But we are not able to do that. So to protect domestic producers, the decision has been taken. The duties range from $276 to $1,732 per ton. And they are set for 5 years. Now the concept is dumping. What is dumping? Dumping basically means where one country, the exporting country, exports the product into a market. Suppose China is sending these products to India, it would be at a price lower than its own market. जो एक्सपोर्टिंग कंट्री है उसके यहाँ जो प्राइस होगा उससे भी कम, या समटाइम्स अपनी कॉस्ट से भी कम में, दे वांट टू डंप इट इनटू योर मार्केट, सो योर मार्केट गेट्स फ्लडेड, राइट, विथ चीप प्रोडक्ट्स. अभी जब चीप प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल हैं तो जो डोमेस्टिक प्रोड्यूसर्स हैं विच दे आर नॉट एबल टू प्रोड्यूस एट अ लोअर कॉस्ट, दे फेस अ स्टिफ कॉम्पिटिशन, राइट, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स द कंज्यूमर वांट्स एवरीथिंग एट अ चीपर प्राइस. सो दैट्स द थिंग. एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी इसको curtail करने के लिए government imposes this. The next news is Union government has approved direct procurement of 2.8 million tons of chana gram, then 2.82 million tons of mustard and 0.94 million tons of lentils at MSP. Reason क्या है? To ensure farmers receive remunerative prices for these crops. And this purchase has been approved under the revamped PM Asha, Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan scheme. Also remember, government has committed to procure 100%. Remember this thing. Government has committed to procure 100% of the tur dal, which is pigeon pea. Second, udad, black gram, and masoor, which is lentils, if prices fall below the MSP for the next 4 years until 28-29. Now this is going to be very important. Until 2028-29, इन 3 चीजों को आपको याद रखना है. Pigeon pea, black gram and masoor. If their prices fall below MSP for the next 4 years up to 29, government will procure it 100%. 100% procurement. Then for 24-25 Kharif season, Center has also approved the procurement of tur at MSP from Andhra, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana, etc. Additionally, procurement of window for tur in Karnataka has also been extended. Okay, it has been extended to 1st May 2025. इस पूरी न्यूज से सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट जो चीज है, this one, 100%, 3 commodities हैं 4 years तक, if price falls below the MSP. Then next one is, according to the consultancy firm Red Sea Strategy Consultants, India's retail sector is on track to exceed $1.6 trillion by 2030, with organized retailers projected to capture over 35% of the market. So retail sector is growing fast in India. Smaller, regional, unbranded brands जो हैं, they are expected to make up over 70% of the market. तो retailers का शेयर काफी बढ़ रहा है. Then next, Union Home and Corporation Minister Amit Shah will be launching Sehkar Taxi, a cooperative run-ride hailing service model from Uber and Ola. So this is particularly in line with the Prime Minister's slogan, Sehkar se Samriddhi, prosperity through cooperation. Prosperity through cooperation. 2-wheeler टैक्सीज होंगी, ऑटो रिक्शाज होंगे, 4-व्हीलर्स होंगे. तो जैसे उबर ओला का मॉडल है, उन्हीं मॉडल पे दे विल बी डेवलप्ड. 2-व्हीलर्स, making transportation easier, cheap also would be a sustainable option, right? Now moving on to regulatory bodies news. So RBI recently has imposed monetary penalties on HDFC Bank and Punjab and Sindh Bank. Let's see why. So first of all, HDFC Bank pe the reason 75 lakh rupees is the penalty for violation of KYC, know your customer related norms. Then Punjab and Sindh Bank pay for lapses in reporting large exposures and maintaining basic savings account. So these are the reasons why penalty has been imposed on HDFC and Punjab and Sindh Bank. Next one is interest. So RBI recently has announced the interest rate on the Government of India floating rate bond 2033. This is going to be important for the period from March 22, 2024 to September 21, 2024. इंटरेस्ट रेट कितना होगा 8.34% पर एनम 8.34% पर एनम जो फ्लोटिंग रेट बॉन्ड है आरबीआई डिसाइड करता है टाइम टू टाइम यू नो दैट राइट एंड दिस बॉन्ड इज अ फ्लोटिंग इंटरेस्ट रेट मैकेनिज्म बिकॉज द कूपन रेट इज डिटरमिन्ड बेस्ड ऑन द weighted average yield of the last 3 auctions of 182 day T-bills plus a fixed spread of 1.22%. तो जो लास्ट आपके 182 डेज के टी बिल्स के ऑक्शन है उनके बेसिस पे उनका वेटेड एवरेज यील्ड निकाल के और उसके बेसिस पे आरबीआई फिर आगे के लिए डिसाइड करता है. सो पर्टिकुलरली नाउ इट हैज बीन डिसाइडेड टू बी एट 8.34% पर एनम. रिमेंबर दैट 8.34% per annum. Next one is RBI is set to double to 10% a cap on investment by individual foreign investors in listed companies to boost capital inflows. तो पहले क्या था 5% था. Okay, this is up from 5% holding in any Indian company allowed to overseas Indian citizens by special rule under the FEMA. पहले 5% तक इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सकते थे इंडियन कंपनी बट नाउ इट हैज बीन इंक्रीज टू 10%. रिमेंबर 10%. ऑल्सो RBI will raise it to 24% in the form of combined holding limit for all overseas investors in Indian listed company from 10%. That means एक इंडिविजुअल मैक्सिमम जो ओवरसीज इन्वेस्टर्स हैं कितना कर सकते हैं इन द इंडियन लिस्टेड कंपनी 10%. पहले 5 था अभी 10 हो गया. कलेक्टिवली इनसे कंपनी एबीसी विच इज लिस्टेड इंडियन लिस्टेड कंपनी उसमें कलेक्टिवली मैक्सिमम ओवरसीज इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना आ सकता है 24%. 24%. So these are the decisions taken by RBI. Next news, RBI recently has allowed standalone primary dealers to participate in all repo operations irrespective of the tenor conducted by the central bank. तो repo operations जितने भी होते हैं आपके उनके tenor पे नहीं depend करेगा. Standalone primary dealers will be able to participate in all the repo operations, right? अच्छा, स्टैंडअलोन प्राइमरी डीलर्स क्या होते हैं? दे आर पर्टिकुलरली इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंट्रस्टेड ऑथोराइज्ड बाय आरबीआई टू डील एक्सक्लूसिवली इन द गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज, राइट? गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज में डील करने के लिए ऑथोराइज्ड होते हैं एक्सक्लूसिवली एंड देयर प्राइमरी रोल इज टू व्हाट? इज टू डेवलप एंड स्ट्रेंथन द जीसेक मार्केट, राइट? GSEC मार्केट में ही इनका प्राइमरी रोल होता है टू डेवलप इट, टू प्रोवाइड लिक्विडिटी. नाउ earlier what was the case was the standalone primary dealers they were permitted to participate in all overnight liquidity management operations but excluding say MSF marginal standing facility जिसमें आपका overnight borrowing का option होता है in which you can also dip your SLR requirement for repo up to 2%, right? But remember one thing कि earlier MSF was not allowed, अभी it would also be allowed. So सारे repo operations tenor would not be a factor. कितने भी दिन का हो, overnight हो, 14 days हो, 24 days हो, 7 days हो, 5 days हो, right? Standalone primary dealers will be allowed to participate into. This is the news. Now next one is Government of India in consultation with RBI has finalized its borrowing program. Borrowing program decide किया है for first half of the 25-26 financial year. Now out of the gross market borrowing, तो gross market borrowing कितनी होगी government की 14.82 lakh crores budgeted for financial year 25-26. 8 lakh crores is planned to be borrowed through issuance of dated securities including 10,000 crores of sovereign green bonds. तो लगभग 54% कहां से आएगा? 54% government is going to borrow through dated securities and 10,000 crores would be sovereign green bond. Green bond क्या होता है? Fund raised would be utilized for financing such infrastructure projects which are sustainable, right? So remember, 10,000 crore would be from sovereign green bond, 54% almost would be from dated securities. 14.82 lakh crores is the budgeted borrowing. Then next thing, government will also continue to reserve the right to exercise green shoe option. Remember, in this thing, government has all the rights to exercise green shoe option. What is green shoe option? Green shoe option जो है किसी भी IPO में या ग्रीन शो ऑप्शन जहां भी आप पढ़ते हैं, तो इट गिव्स द अंडरराइटर राइट टू इंक्रीज और से सेल मोर नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स देन इट वाज ओरिजिनली प्लान. तो जितना ओरिजिनली प्लान किया है उससे ज्यादा कर सकते हैं. दिस राइट इज द ग्रीन शू पोर्शन. So green shoe portion is a provision in an IPO underwriting agreement that grants the underwriter the right to sell more shares than was originally planned. तो जितना planned था उससे ज्यादा कर सकते हैं. This is the green shoe portion. In this case also, government has all these rights. The next one is your Mumbai. Yes, issue more number of shares than was planned. Green shoe portion. Then Mumbai Blackstone backed ASK Asset and Wealth Management Group has received an in principle approval from SEBI for its mutual fund venture. तो एक म्यूचुअल फंड वेंचर स्टार्ट कर रहा है. ASK Asset and Wealth Management Group has got in principle approval from SEBI for that purpose. Next, very importantly, NSE, National Stock Exchange, has decided to defer its plan to shift the expiry day for weekly, monthly and quarterly derivative contracts from Thursday to Monday. Acha, this news we have covered earlier, where we have seen कि अभी Thursday to Monday वाला plan था, right? But this decision, remember, everyone has now been deferred. तो अभी इस पे halt है, अभी implement नहीं होगा because there are certain changes, right? So please remember, halt है, change क्या है? We are going to discuss. So SEBI basically has released a consultation paper. इन्होंने release किया है जिसमें they have proposed that the expiry day could be on Tuesday or Thursday. तो पहले क्या था कि Monday होगा, right? Earlier, the broad thing which was in the air was from Thursday to Monday all these contracts would expire. But now in a recent paper, SEBI has proposed कि either Tuesday or Thursday, right? So अभी थोड़ा सा defer हो गया, अभी implement नहीं होगा, time लगेगा. Let's see, expiry days क्या है? All equity derivatives जो हैं, they will be on an exchange, they will expire on either Tuesday or Thursday only. तो जितनी भी इक्विटी डेरिवेटिव्स हैं या तो ट्यूसडे या थर्सडे को एक्सपायर होंगे. 1 वीकली बेंचमार्क इंडेक्स ऑप्शंस, ईच एक्सचेंज कैन चूज 1 डे. अभी इसमें एक्सचेंज के पास ऑप्शन है ट्यूसडे और थर्सडे दे विल एक्सपायर. मंथली एंड क्वार्टरली एक्सपायरी के लिए ऑल अदर डेरिवेटिव्स जैसे आपके इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स है, नॉन बेंचमार्क इंडेक्स ऑप्शंस है, स्टॉक फ्यूचर ऑप्शंस है, विल एक्सपायर इन द लास्ट वीक ऑफ द मंथ on the chosen day. तो लास्ट वीक जो होगा मंथ का on the chosen day, that is either Tuesday or Thursday. तो पहले मंडे चल रहा था but now it would be either Tuesday or Thursday. Everyone got this point? For all the contracts, right? और अगर कोई भी ऑल्टरेशन करना है सेटलमेंट डेज में तो भी एक्सचेंजेस को सेबी से अप्रूवल लेना होगा, राइट? सेटलमेंट टाइम में भी, सेटलमेंट डेज में भी चेंज करना है तो अप्रूवल वुड बी रिक्वायर्ड. Then next one is RRBs have earned a record profit of rupees 7,571 crores during 23-24. तो RRBs को काफी अच्छा खासा profit हुआ है. And then the financial health is improving in the recent years. So this is important. And as they have posted an all-time high consolidated net profit of 7,571 crores. So this can be important to remember. 7,571 crores during 2023-24. बैलेंस शीट की साइज भी आरआरबीज की इंप्रूव हुई है. नेट एनपीए, देयर नेट एनपीए हैज डिक्लाइन फ्रॉम 4.7% टू 2.4%. सो नेट एनपीए भी डिक्लाइन हुआ है, प्रॉफिट भी इंक्रीज हुआ है. दैट कैन बी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आरआरबीज. दैट शोज देयर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंडिकेटर्स आर परफॉर्मिंग वेल. Next one is Equitas, a small finance bank, has renewed its partnership with two of the most celebrated teams in the T20 league. So your CSK, Chennai Super Kings, and the Gujarat Titans as the official banking partner. तो अब इन दोनों का official banking partner would be Equitas, a small finance bank, CSK as well as Gujarat Titans. Okay. CSK as well as Gujarat Titans. So Equitas, a small finance bank, is the official banking partner. Then next is public sector banks have increased their dividend payout by 33% in financial year 2024. तो फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2024 में पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स का जो डिविडेंड पे आउट था 33% से इंक्रीज हुआ है, राइट? और इफ यू सी इन परसेंटेज टर्म्स द top 3 banks, so they would be Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India and Central Bank of India. Remember these 3 in the correct order, okay? PNB, UBI and Central Bank of India. तो पंजाब नेशनल बैंक प्लस 228%, आप सिर्फ करेक्ट ऑर्डर में याद रखेंगे, प्लस 228%, प्लस 62%, प्लस 61%. पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, यूनियन बैंक एंड सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. Next one is Axis Bank recently has partnered with the JP Morgan to offer real-time US dollar payment capabilities to commercial clients in the country. Facilitated by Kinexys, the US-based lenders, blockchain and digital assets unit. So this is first time where an Indian company will have flexibility to make or receive dollar payment at any time. किसी भी time में dollar payment you can receive or you can pay. So for this purpose, Axis Bank has partnered with JP Morgan. Remember this. तो Axis Bank को 24/7 डॉलर क्लियरिंग कैपेबिलिटी जो है it would provide, right? डॉलर clearing capacity or capability to Axis Bank. It is going to be very important for all the clients out of the Gujarat International Finance Tech City or Gift City. So this is going to be important. Remember Axis Bank and JP Morgan, and also facilitated by the Kinexys. Next one is MobiKwik, the fintech firm, is set to enter to stock broking business. It has incorporated a new subsidiary, okay? MobiKwik Securities Broking. तो MobiKwik अब stock broking में भी आ रहा है. MobiKwik जो है, it is also coming in stock broking. Remember that. With a new subsidiary which is fully owned by MobiKwik, MobiKwik Securities Broking. And it has been set up with an initial capital of rupees 1 lakh. Next one is NPCI Bheem Services Limited, which is wholly owned subsidiary of the NPCI, has launched भारत इंटरफेस फॉर मनी 3.0. तो जो आपका भीम है, भीम 3.0 has been launched by NPCI Bheem Services, again of course to provide more user friendly experience, more accessibility, more financial management tools for businesses. So Bheem 3.0 has been launched. It is now available in 15 plus Indian languages. Remember how many? 15 plus Indian languages to cater to wide audience. And Bheem 3.0 is has also announced the launch of Bheem Vega, which is seamless in-app payment solution for merchants. Specifically merchants के लिए भी इसमें एक payment solution है, which is in-app only in the Bheem 3.0, which is Bheem Vega. और Bheem आपको पता ही है 2016 में launch हुआ था. Then next one is the Trillion Loans Fintech, which is an NBFC arm of Bharat Pay, has received an BBB plus credit rating with a stable outlook from India Ratings and Research. तो इसको एक BBB credit rating मिली है, stable outlook मिला है from India Ratings and Research. Next one says Max Ventures Investment Holdings Private Limited has sold 55 lakh equity shares in Max Financial Services Limited in the open market. So it has reduced its shareholding from 3.22% to 1.62%. तो Max Ventures Investment Holdings ने अपनी जो shareholding in the Max Financial Services has reduced to 1.62%. Okay. Then next one is India International Bullion Exchange at Gift IFSC has stated that cumulative volume of gold traded on the IBPS platform since inception has surpassed 100 tons. जब से इंडिया इंटरनेशनल बुलियन एक्सचेंज एस्टैब्लिश हुआ है, तब से लेके अभी तक 100 टन्स का 100 tons का volume of gold which has been traded. It has surpassed 100 tons of metric. Okay. Also remember who is the MD and CEO of India International Bullion Exchange, Ashok Gautam, because it is constantly new, so that's why this appointment can be important. That was it about all the ESI regulatory and banking finance news. Now it's time for the top 5 MCQs. First question, all of you. Medium term and long term deposit component of the gold monetization scheme to be continued from 26th March. With regard to this, read the following statements and select the incorrect one. Which one is the incorrect one? Very good. Very good. Option D. Quantity of gold deposited will be expressed up to 4 decimals. No, it would be expressed only up to 3 decimals of a gram. Very good. Next question. Union government has approved the direct procurement of 2.8 million tons of chana, 2.82 million tons of mustard, etc. Under this scheme, government has also committed to procure how much percentage of pigeon pea, black gram and masoor if the prices fall below MSP for the next 4 years, that is up to 28-29. How much percentage? So that is 100%. Very good. 100% of procurement. Next one. RBI recently has announced the interest rate on the Government of India floating rate bond 2033 for the period extending from 22nd March 2024 to 21st September 2024. It will be 8.34%. 8.34%, right? Option B, 8.34%. Very good. Next question. RBI will raise it to how much percentage? The combined holding limit for all overseas individual investors in an Indian listed company from present 10%. So it has been decided to be raised to 24%, right? Combined holding. Individual की 10% है, combined holding would be 24%. Very good. Next question. The Government of India in consultation with RBI has finalized its borrowing program. So almost 14.82 lakh crores, out of which 54% is planned to be borrowed through the issuance of dated securities, including how much crores of the sovereign green bond. Sovereign green bond का कितना weightage होगा इसमें, कितने amount they are planning to raise? Very good, 10,000 crore rupees. So sovereign green bond के लिए via sovereign green bond the fund raised would be rupees 10,000 crores. Now this is your learning exercise for today. Which of the following has partnered with JP Morgan to offer real-time US dollar payment capabilities to commercial clients, which is first instance where an Indian company will have this flexibility. So this is your homework question for today. All of you would be answering this in the comment section. Last class जो हुई थी उसमें the question I gave you was SEBI has extended suspension of derivative tradings in the 7 agricultural commodities. So I asked you by which period it has been extended to. So yes, the correct answer is 31st March 2026. Girish, Ravina and Rajshekhar, all of you have provided the right answer. I appreciate this. So that's it from 25th to 27th March CA. I hope you have enjoyed the class. There were certain important news which we have discussed today from ESI, also from regulatory bodies. So please revise it carefully. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I'll see you all in the next session. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.